All right, just quick post-fight toss to Nicky Ball versus Isaac Dogboe. Good performance by Nicky Ball. Um, yeah, look, it was fairly one-way traffic for the most part. I did feel that the commentary were they were definitely biased towards Nick Ball. That's fair to say. Not to say that Isaac Dogboe was in with a sniff of winning this fight. He wasn't. But I'm more tend to incline with the scorecard that was 116, 111, as opposed to the 119, 109 score. Or, yeah, it was 119, 108 actually scorecard. They only gave Dogboe one round. I think that's a bit harsh. He definitely won. It wasn't a close fight. Nicky Ball was the right winner. But he won a couple of rounds in there. And I think that from very early on, one thing the commentary team was doing, and they were doing this a lot, was they were counting shots that Nicky Ball was landing on Isaac Dogboe's glove, but they weren't counting some of the return shots that Isaac Dogboe was landing. And he did have success in there returning fire. He certainly did. Nicky Ball, though, impressed me in this fight. Now, with Nicky Ball, one thing that we know about him is that he has tremendous fitness. I mean, this guy is one of the fittest fighters around. Like, this guy he will not stop throwing punches. And even after the fight, he looks like he could do that for another 5-6 rounds. Really, really, really fit fighter is Nick Ball, right? He's able to carry power late. He's able to find openings. Defensively, improvements I think need to be made there. Because there was a few times where he was caught in between shots by Isaac Dogboe. I think it was the 8, might have been the 9th round. I think he might have also busted up Nick Ball's nose with this shot. But Dogboe caught him with, it was a left hook and it landed pretty good. And it was almost like for a split second, Nick Ball just froze, realised, oh crap, the fight's still going on. And then it came back into life. And that was kind of coming when he was landing his shots, or throwing his shots, I should say. So in between punches, sometimes he'll switch stances and he leaves himself open in those little moments. And he's talked about going on to world level now. This was a final eliminator. If he does that, if he makes those mistakes at world level, Isaac Dogboe was at world level at one point. It's fair to say he's not there now. He's got to pay for it against Brandon Figueroa, against guys like Ray Vargas, Robeisy Ramirez, etc., etc., etc. Just going to want to be careful. In terms of this fight, the whole card that Warren has done tonight, I've been very impressed with it. I thought that the fights on it have been great. They've been evenly matched. They've been very entertaining. Domestic dust-up. Very good. I think we have Nathan Heaney versus Bentley to come. May or may not do a review on that. I think that's a bit of a mismatch, to be fair. But when this fight was announced, I thought, okay, this is a great little test for Nicky Ball, because Isaac Dogboe, I remember the first time I seen him was in Carson, California against Jesse Magdalena when he won his world title. I'd never even heard of Isaac Dogboe prior to that. He won that fight. He defended it twice. Well, he defended it once successfully, then he lost it to Navarrete. And since then, he's been a bit in the wilderness. He fought Robeisy Ramirez for the vacant WBO title, and he was game in that fight. He was a lot more game in that fight than he was in this one. And since then, it's just kind of been, he's been out in the wilderness, so to speak. I spoke about this fight already, about some of the things that Nicky Ball did that I didn't like, the defensive end. But if you look at the things he does well, Isaac Dogboe is a very short, compact fighter. He definitely has a lot of strength to him, but he was he was getting ragdolled in there by Nick Ball. I knew Nick Ball was strong, but I never thought he was this strong. I mean, he was honestly, it was actually crazy to look at times how strong Nick, and I think it caught Isaac Dogboe by surprise too, because he is, as I said, a very strong individual. Even Carl Frampton remarked about how sparred him for years, strength is there. He couldn't do anything against Nick Ball. It was like running into a brick wall, and he was getting bullied in the ring at times. And that definitely, I think, shook Isaac Dogboe a bit, because he didn't seem to know what to do. He's used to being able to, push guys back. He's getting bullied in there. He was also getting hit. The combination puncher from Nick Ball was lovely when he was sneaking those uppercuts through the guard, because Dogboe was standing with a very, very high guard at times. It was a bit stationary at times for my liking in there, and it left the opening for that uppercut, which Nicky Ball just landed and landed and landed. It was really, really good to see. Bit off-putting to see that Dogboe just couldn't really adjust to that shot, but there's more to talk about in this fight. One of the most successful moments Dogboe had was towards the back end of the second round, where he was able to catch Nick Ball, I think it was with a left hook, while Nick Ball was throwing his shot. Now, the commentators were saying, oh, maybe it was his balance. No, he looked legit stunned. You know, the legs kind of went, did a little funny dance, but back near the end of the round. Then it was the third round, I believe, where there was a little bit of controversy. Some people felt that a knockdown should have been scored in favour of Issac Dogboe. Now, certainly when you watched it live, it did look like a punch landed, and it also looked like the ropes definitely kept Nicky Ball up. So, and even the timekeeper started actually applying the count. Referee Victor Loughlin said no. Now, he was in a good position to see it. And when you see it, right decision by Loughlin. It wasn't a knockdown. It was a weird kind of way the punch it was almost like a push almost. And Nick Ball went into the ropes. Referee was right not to call a knockdown. But then Issac Dogboe, at the very start of the fourth round, ended up getting dropped himself with a combination. It did look to me as though a forearm came in from Nick Ball, which actually that was the kind of catalyst for Issac Dogboe touching down. But nevertheless, referee still called that. From then on, kind of from the midway point towards the end, up until the 11th round, Nick Ball was just in control. Dogboe was having his moment. But in the 11th round, towards the back end, Nick Ball opened up on Issac Dogboe, landed a combination. And I mean, in the 11th round of a fight where you've thrown a lot of shots, to have that much energy left in the tank, to be able to just go through the gears, let the shots go, it was really impressive to me. It really was. So Nick Ball has a lot to like. He's exciting, he's entertaining, he throws shots, his style is very fun, he's all action, he's very strong. There's so much to like about this guy. Really, really is. I hope Frank Warren, because he's one of my favourite fighters to watch now, Nick Ball, he really is. I hope Frank Warren is able to maneuver him in the right direction. He's going to be challenging for a world title most likely. Whether that would be against Brandon Figueroa, well, you would imagine it would have to be against Brandon Figueroa, because Ray Vargas is operating at 130. He's the interim champion as far as I'm aware, so it would have to be a fight against him. That's going to be a tough fight, because many people feel Figueroa beat Stephen Fulton, so it'll be a very tough fight. But at the same time, Nick Ball is going to be a tough fight for any fighter at featherweight. You know, you look at the Lee Woods, I'd pick him over Josh Warrington. I would. I'd make him firm favourite over someone like a Josh Warrington, who I know is probably going to move up, but, you know, firm favourite. I really would. So, good performance by Nick Ball. Main event, which is going to start now, is actually on the TV now. They're just getting the ring walks done. So, I may do a review with that. Depends on how it goes. But for now, I will leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed the video. People, smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. For now, I'll talk to you. Peace.